welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, March 30th, 2021, episode number 656. I'm Will. We got Mark, Wes, and Pat, full house today, and Bubba is back in the house producing. Bubba, I hope you enjoyed International Waffle Day last Friday. I know it was a big day for you. Also, before we get going, Bubba, did you
I guess.
What do you have any pictures
I did. I thought I was gonna get. I thought I was gonna get well wishes on Passover. I thought we were a very inclusive podcast, but
we're such an inclusive podcast.
So you're saying you were out for Passover, not International Waffle Day?
Well, I thought Bub was taking.
Well, so Waffle Day takes precedence. Yeah, Waffle Day takes a little.
It's like an Alabama game.
But then I'm. No,
yeah. What about the Bama?
I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that.
You clearly didn't listen to the episode. We spent like 2 minutes talking about you, and then we said that I talked about how I love the Jewish people because I worked with them for a while, but they have like 100 holidays. So we talked about
that. Well, that's what I was going to say. So Waffle Day took precedent, and then I'm not allowed to have flour anymore or any sort of raised bread or some shit. So I just have to eat matzah,
leaven,
and that's about leaven bread. There you go. So that's I can't have that. So Waffle Day is out the window. Passover went well.
You can't have waffles on.
That's bad timing.
Talk about worlds colliding.
I don't know what you guys talking about that Tide basketball game. I'm just gonna put that one out of my head.
Oh, sorry about that.
You guys go.
All right.
Sorry about that one.
Time loss.
Yeah, tough one for the Tide. In unrelated news, our hearts go out to listener Eric D in the Heart of Hive, who recently lost his mother to COVID. Remember, everybody, to be good to each other out there, since you never know what somebody else is going through at any time.
Thinking about you, Eric, and your family.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Gail Donahue.
And so with that, let's just hop into the Daily Buzz, guys. Get the show going. Anything else that we need to go over before we get going?
I think you nailed it. No, I think we're good.
Okay, let's get it going. So I looked up the observances that I missed on Monday. I know I didn't have any. This is such and such day for the 29th. Turns out nothing special. We didn't miss anything on the 29th. Tuesday, March 30th, today, really has no special observances either, besides virtual vacation day. So let this episode of Hard Factor be an even chiller virtual vacation for you inside the cocoon of the already very chill virtual vacation day, March 30th.
We're on a road to nowhere. That's like the plane around to nowhere, that type of bullshit. Yeah.
I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt.
Virtual vacation. Wes was getting into that for a while. He was like talking about taking virtual vacations.
No, I was talking about taking walks. What was
That's a virtual vacation, right? What is a virtual vacation?
Fuck. Yeah, what is a virtual vacation?
I don't know, Beef. That's what I'm wondering too. But I think that we're wearing video games. I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt. That's a virtual vacation. You can make anything a virtual vacation. You're virtually on vacation all the time.
But what usually, when there's a stupid day, it's an industry that's pushing it. What industry?
No, this is just a stupid day. Virtual vacation day. But it's chill.
This is big psychiatrists. They're sick of people losing their minds in their office. They're like, take a virtual vacation.
No, they love it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just a reminder. Take care of yourself. Okay, let's go. Daily Buzz. Top 7 today. Number 7, NLE Choppa. He's a rapper. He was arrested in Florida for trying to break his car out of a tow lot. Classic Florida man crime. That's probably going to end up on Florida Man Friday, I'm guessing. But he's number 7 in the Daily Buzz today.
I like how he lets you know who he is with his. He has a neck tattoo.
His neck tat
at NLE, so know it's him.
Announces his presence.
He did the reverse, right, where you tat it all black, right, and then you leave NLE untatted, right.
So I like
negative
that too.
Space, yeah.
I like the negative space. You got to stay about the same weight though for negative space is the problem.
Wait, is this it? Yeah. So I know that there are other
same shade
Choppas, too. Right? Like I've heard of Choppa rap. Is that like a crew, like ASAPs? Or...
No, don't know if they run in a crew. But you're right. There seems to be a lot of Choppas in the rap.
Well, I think that means gun too. Like
it does. I think it means a machine gun.
So I mean, good for him. Get your car up, bro.
Well, hopefully I don't think he got it out because he's facing charges. Number 6, Czech billionaire Petr with no E, Petr Kellner.
Hate that name.
He died in a helicopter crash.
Petr.
Petr. It's the Czech version of Peter. Kellner. He's a billionaire. He died in a helicopter crash in Alaska. So Not good.
Great name. Sorry.
You're just spelling out helicopter in the notes now, huh?
Well, it's how I say it. I don't even know how to spell it, Wes. It's a helicopter.
Why don't you call it Choppas then?
I mean,
it's a double Choppa story.
I'm a helicopter guy.
I love it.
Number 5, YouTube trends, fellas. The Asian American war veteran showing off his battle scars that are on his chest in the Ohio town hall meeting. I don't know if anybody's seen that video. It's badass.
Was he just trying to get laid? That son of a bitch.
No, he's like talking about how like racists will come up to him and say like, you're not American, whatever. And then he's like got these battle scars. He's like, it showed him off at the town hall. He's like, is this not American? It's cool.
That's awesome.
God, what would you pay to watch one of those interactions? Like just to be walking about your day, and then like you see him at a distance, and then you see like some ignorant dude at a distance, and then you see them come together. What would you pay?
$0 because the way he describes it, he's like, I'm respectful to everybody in public. If you come up to me, I've never said anything back to you, but now I'm going to use my opportunity to say stuff.
Make the game not fun.
Yeah, sorry, Pat. Satan shoes unboxing was also a huge smash on YouTube. Hit those Satan shoes sold out in under a minute, by the way. All 666 pairs they had available. And Mr. Beast buried alive, still dominating YouTube trends. That was number 5.
So that's a lot of cash, bro. Just to do like one little drop at 666K gross. I mean,
no, they had 666 pairs of shoes. You're right.
No, I know.
You're right. $1,000
pop.
Right. Exactly. So they're getting sued by Nike, though, I think. So
yes.
But Nas X,
see how that. Right, not Nas X,
the other
Mischief.
company. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see how that plays out in the money aspect. Number 4, Ghislaine Maxwell has been charged with more sex trafficking crimes by the U.S. government, this time including sex trafficking a minor, 14-year-old. So please make it to trial, Ghislaine. We need to see.
Well, what was the hold up on that?
Yeah, they didn't already have that on her.
I'm sure they did. They just like were adding charges. Maybe they didn't have it formally charged. The U.S. is like, all right, extra charges.
Did you guys watch the Q documentary on HBO Max yet? So I was watching it last night, and something I feel like we missed, right? There was a theory that Epstein, they wheeled out a different body, and that Epstein's in witness protection. That was one theory.
Oh yeah, I had heard that, but we
thought
didn't
about
cover it
that
on the show.
That would be awesome.
That was a big one, yeah. That the conspiracy theorists were all over. That he's still alive and just like they changed his face with plastic surgery and he's living somewhere.
He's going to drop the dime on them soon.
Release the flight logs. Number 3, 55-year-old Elizabeth Hurley is certainly not underage, but she is looking great. And she let the world know, releasing a nice photo on Instagram on Sunday, while also denying rumors that she's getting into reality TV. Bubba put the picture up there for you boys to see. The photo is good.
Thank you, Bubba. Yeah, well, she did this also she's been doing this a lot lately. Remember, she had the winter coat with her tits hanging out over the coat. Yeah,
she does bikini pics. Her and Selma Hayek do that a lot, but she does bikini pics like monthly. Yeah,
it's a good way to keep yourself fit, right? To do one
good goals.
One of those,
yeah.
Like, can you believe what I look like at this age? And then plan another one, like 6 months down the line. You're going to stay fit.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
go ahead.
Oh, well, we need to do that with the Hard Factor Combine. It's a goal to keep ourselves in shape every year, so we could do it like annually in Florida.
You got to beat your scores.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Look at that.
That's why Pat wants to raise those children.
Right. I'm gonna raise those kids. And to that point, do you guys ever think about how flexible you were as a kid, and then if you just never stopped using that flexibility, you'd still have it today? And that's kind of what she's doing
with her hotness.
With her hotness,
flexible.
Yeah, I was never flexible, but speed with speed.
Well, remember how fast you were?
There you go.
Yeah. Remember how you could run?
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah.
When my knees didn't hurt. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh man, I had a
Liz
dream about
Hurley
running the other day.
Challenging herself.
Suck. What's the next one?
Liz Hurley is challenging herself and challenging inseams across the globe every day. Number 2, Suez Canal is finally free and flowing. And there was exclusive footage of tugboat men celebrating the victory. They finally got it out at high tide. These guys they had 1 billion tugboats. They got the highest tide as of the time we recorded last. It was still stuck 12 hours later, and a bunch of refloatings and tugboats, and finally billions of boats coming through.
Did you see the guys that were on the one tugboat celebrating? They're just cheering. That was a good video.
They're gonna keep some prostitutes real busy. Those guys.
Oh, they were pumped.
That's probably how they paid them.
Well, imagine
prostitutes.
Yeah, you get to as soon as you get done, you get to get laid. So you hurry up now.
Speaking of prostitutes, look at all the ships that were waiting to pass, just sitting in the bay. While the Ever Given, that was the name of the boat that was stuck for 6 days until the tugboats could pull them out. They were stuck in there. There's just boats as far as the eye could see.
Right, and
I imagine there's like a lot of like parties on the look how many barges they have. It's
You're right, Will. It's like a snow day.
There's some bad shit going on.
There's some of those container boats have prostitutes in the sense that they're sex trafficked prostitutes and they don't have a say in it.
Yeah, I mean,
you never know. They were there long enough to what's the equivalent of a lot lizard for like a ship pileup?
It was the ultimate boat party.
It's true.
Right. 6 days.
Open up container 3. We're gonna be here a while.
Yeah, it was
6 days.
Lake Havas, Suez Canal.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get into a lot of trouble in 6 days. The Ever Given had also hit a ferry in Germany in 2019 before getting stuck in the Suez Canal. So maybe
the same captain.
Yeah, the same captain. Maybe some boating safety courses for these guys. Pretty loose operation going on with the ship as big as a skyscraper.
Bigger than the Empire State Building.
Yeah, and then finally, number 1, Derek Chauvin and George Floyd. And the murder trial taking place for the police officer who killed George Floyd is underway in Minnesota. Omar Jimenez tweets, the defense for Derek Chauvin just argued the growing crowd, parentheses, that was yelling at officers to get off George Floyd, on parentheses, caused officers to, quote, to divert the attention from the care of Mr. Floyd to the threat growing in front of them, unquote. So
why didn't he move?
Right. Basically saying people telling him to stop choking George Floyd was the reason why
he looks pretty calm and didn't move or say anything to those people. I also heard something about when someone was reviewing the CCTV footage or whatever, like his body cam footage, they thought it malfunctioned just because he was on the neck so long. They're like,
this is
clearly a glitch. There's no way
they
it's
thought
real
it was
time.
just a frame. It was a stuck frame.
Yeah, they thought it was like the movie Speed, where it was just
What kind of argument is that? I got so distracted I forgot I was kneeling on this guy.
I guess people were screaming stuff at him, and they're saying that he basically freaked out in the moment instead of being able to keep his composure and not kill him. People are also excited about star witness Donald Williams, who I think continues his testimony into today. So Monday was the first day of the trial. It continues today. He's familiar with MMA and police chokes, referring to the move used on Floyd as a blood choke in the video.
That doesn't sound good.
No, sounds like a horrible, horrible choke that shouldn't be done on civilians.
Unless it's an action film.
Right, unless it's Steven Seagal.
Patreon.com.
Finishing move,
Yeah. Not sure exactly how long the trial will go for Derek Chauvin, but the judge has asked the jurors to not watch cable news while the trial is in session. And of course, another number 1 will be March Madness, as is tradition during March once the games are all done and everybody's Googling what happened. And that is the Daily Buzz. Bubba, we had the Caps Rangers again today, Tuesday. So we may have to get Avery on to talk some hockey. Pat, you also need to learn about the Devils. We might incorporate that sometime soon.
Hell yeah.
Hockey trends, once in a while.
All right, guys, we got a COVID update for you. The World Health Organization and China put together a joint study to try to figure out the origins of COVID-19. And the AP...
Who are those two involved?
That's the World Health Organization and then the Republic of China.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Anyway, the AP, the Associated Press, were able to get their slight journalistic fingers on a copy of that draft. And here's what we know so far. The study pretty much says that a lab leak from Wuhan is, quote, extremely unlikely, and that the most likely culprit, guys, for transmission was bats to humans, but through a very loose moraled, unknown third-party animal,
completely unknown,
with all kinds of different species.
The animals that have been around forever finally figured out how to transmit it to humans, as opposed to the lab that was testing like coronavirus stuff that was in the city that outbroke.
Right.
But it was the animals that have been around for fucking ever.
So again, co-authored by China.
Okay.
Right. Guys, now I'm not a zoologist, but if you ask me, I think the most likely culprit is the Japanese monkey. And I don't have any hard data to support this other than Googling, quote, animals that will bang anything. I came across a scientific paper from 2017 titled, quote, interspecies sexual behavior between a male Japanese macaque and a female Sika deer. And it describes what is thought to be one of the first ever recorded instances of, quote, reproductive interference between two very different animal species. So check it out. The Japanese macaques have in the past been known to ride on the deer. Like, it's well known. Like, they just catch rides on deer.
Yeah.
But I guess they just...
It's doing more.
Yeah, the close proximity couldn't resist. The researchers say that the monkey in this study showed, quote, clear sexual behavior towards several female deer.
Yeah.
And some of those deer tried to escape, but others apparently consented to the behavior, letting deer and quote, accepted the mount. Yeah,
that's
big
awesome.
time.
But did they like, it looks like that monkey just came on the deer's back, though.
Exactly. So that's
what
happened.
And then the deer licked it up.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. The monkeys will jizz on the back, and then the deer are known to lick it off their back. That's like lick it up, girl, clean it up.
So this is how coronavirus started? Oh, sorry, Wes.
Well, I'm just saying, well, again, I don't know much about animals, but this macaque monkey will fuck anything. And you need something that will fuck a bat and a human, and it seems to me like they could be the missing link.
Is it also that the macaques are cleaning the deer? Is like
they're coming on them. They're making jizz.
No, I mean like just grooming them, like they do.
With their hands,
like younger deer to bang later. You mean grooming them?
Well, yeah, maybe that, but also just like for bugs, like they do other monkeys.
You know, Wes is talking about like a massage, and then the monkey gets to jizz.
It knows it's going to lick its back as well, so it's cleaning itself.
Well, trade of services.
You know that
sure.
The Japanese one is pretty cool, but my favorite version is the suck on.
What's that?
The suck on macaque.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Walked right into that one. But yeah, so I think they need to start asking around Wuhan to see if anyone saw any Japanese macaques hanging around in late 2019. Yeah. That's your answer, guys. Experts are skeptical about the report. Dr. Fauci, the top U.S. infectious diseases expert, said he would like to see the report's raw information first before deciding about its credibility. That's read between the lines for, bullshit.
So, Pat, well, let me just get that straight then. So it's been over a year since the outbreak, and this is the country where it outbroke from, and the World Health Organization, and their explanation is that it's probably animals, definitely not the lab that it could have been.
Certainly not the lab.
That it could have been.
Exactly. Pretty much pretty much every U.S. authority was like, okay, give us the data. Give us the data. For some reason, China didn't release all the data. I don't know. It's weird. All right, moving on, guys. Former President Donald J. Trump dropped a very long 3,236 character or 12 tweet statement via the original social media platform email on Monday, going hard on Dr. Fauci and Dr. Deborah Birx after they gave an interview on CNN saying, quote, all deaths over the first 100,000, this is COVID, could have been mitigated, which Trump took as a personal shot. So here's an excerpt of Trump's email, which I'm not going to recommend it, but if you happen to find yourself on Trump's email list, it's a delight. Here we go. In a fake interview last night on CNN, Dr. Fauci, who said he was an athlete in college, but couldn't throw a baseball even close to home plate. It was a roller. Tried to take credit for the vaccine when in fact he said it would take 3 to 5 years and probably longer to have it approved. So he's just shitting on Fauci's athletic prowess.
Well, it was a 2-bouncer, to be fair. Remember, we bet on that. So it was like, I mean, it was almost a roller. But he barely got it.
Claims he was a college athlete.
Claims he was a college athlete. Still going at him. Still going at him, guys. The current president, Joe Biden, made a plea to the nation's governors saying, quote, please reinstate the mandate if you let it down, Jack. And the CDC director, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, issued a warning for a, quote, impending doom if people keep partying like the disease is over, saying that a fourth surge will come. Cases are up 10%.
Yeah, I saw she was crying on TV or holding back tears, they said. And then former CDC director Robert Redfield says, you're going to find out it's definitely from the lab.
Yes, probably.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, Pat, where did they say it was from again?
Oh, well, my theory is Japanese macaque.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, guys, the cases are up 10%. A big issue, though, here is the UK variant, which in Florida doubled in the last 5 days. Cases of the UK variant. The variant will fuck you. So everyone's got to get their vaccine ASAP.
I get my first one on Wednesday morning.
Hell yeah. On a positive note, guys, the CDC also dropped a study on Monday saying that at full vaccination, Pfizer and Moderna are 90% effective. So that's pretty good.
That's good.
And starting today, New York is expanding its vaccine eligibility to anyone over the age of 30. 95 million people have been received at least one dose of the vaccine.
Shout out Texas. Texas did that starting this week too. Everyone, every adult.
Hell yeah, guys. And providers are administering 2.76 million doses per day. So
there we go.
Keep on checking. Be safe for a couple more months.
We're getting there.
Oh, hey, who says taking care of yourself has to be hard? I don't. What's great about CBD is that it helps you feel better without making drastic changes to your routine. Guys, I'm talking about Caliper CBD. But those droppers, those CBD droppers, the other products are funny tasting. They're tinctures, right? Yeah, not with Caliper. It's not even close. Caliper is a better way to consume CBD. And this past January, Colorado State University published the first peer-reviewed study to compare how different CBD products on the market are absorbed and processed by the body. And get this, Caliper CBD was found to deliver 30 times more CBD oil in the first 30 minutes. That's insane. Guys,
that's like Houston versus Oregon State level of effectiveness.
Well, you better hope that holds up. Oregon State's coming back.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
But for real, guys,
it's like Houston versus everyone else. But yeah, I mean, sorry. Keep
this
going.
stuff is awesome. I drop it in my my clean canteen every night and drink it before bed. Helps me go to sleep. It's a delight. I'm really using it a lot now that I have the baby. It comes in 30 or 60 count packs. Get the 60. I recommend it. And if you want to, you can get 20% off your first order if you use the promo code FACTOR. That's FACTOR at trycaliper.com/factor. That's TRYCALIPER.com/factor. You can try it risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll give you a refund. Trycaliper.com/factor. Promo code FACTOR.
All right. Got some more business to take care of first, guys. Let's face it, taking trips to the post office is probably not how you want to spend your time. That's why we recommend mailing and shipping online at Stamps.com. Stamps.com allows you to mail and ship anytime, anywhere, right from your computer. Send letters, packages, and pay a lot less with discounted rates from USPS, UPS, and more. Stamps.com has saved businesses thousands of hours and tons of money. With Stamps.com, you get the services of the post office and UPS all in one place, plus big discounts on mailing and shipping rates. Stamps.com brings the services of the U.S. Postal Service and UPS right to your computer. It's a must-have for any business, whether you're a small office sending out invoices, online seller shipping out orders, or a giant warehouse selling thousands of packages a day. Stamps.com can handle it with ease. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send. Once your mail is ready, you schedule pickup and drop it off. It's that simple. With Stamps.com, you get discounts up to 40% post office rates and 62% UPS shipping rates. That's some big discounts. Not to mention, Stamps.com is a fraction of the cost of those expensive postage meters. Stamps.com is a no-brainer, saving you time and money. It's no wonder nearly 1 million small businesses already use Stamps.com. So stop wasting time going to the post office and go to Stamps.com instead. There's no risk. And with our promo code HARDFACTOR, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus free postage and a digital scale. No long-term commitments or contracts. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in HARDFACTOR. That's Stamps.com, promo code HARDFACTOR. Stamps.com. Never go to the post office again. And guys, it is time to talk about Governor Andrew Cuomo once again.
Let's do it
again, huh?
He must have done something really good.
Oh yeah. He's well. No, Mark. It's unfortunately
it's something about sex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Publish a book.
He's at it again. He's been
still
a record
touching people.
Yeah.
He's still forcibly kissing women. It's been a record amount of time since the whole Cuomo Me Too movement started, but we now have a 9th woman coming out and saying Governor Cuomo is a big creep who kissed her against her will. And this time we have some pictures to prove it, which is great. So 55-year-old Sherry Ville has come out. Not those yet, Bubba. Has come out to tell her story. That's not her.
Whoa, but that was him kissing somebody.
That was him. That's actually very funny. So she's come out to tell her story or something. Her lawyer, Gloria Alfred, said she wanted to do for a very long time, saying, quote, for years she wanted to report what Governor Cuomo did to her, but some members of her family discouraged her from filing a complaint because they wanted to protect her and feared that if she made what happened to her public, that the governor might use his power to retaliate against her and her family. So here's the picture of what happened to her on the day. back in 2017. The incident in question, nope, that's not her, Bubba. The incident in question happened back in 2017 when Governor Cuomo visited her family home in Greece, New York, to survey some flood damage. Sherry was married at the time and invited the governor into her home along with some press. Then Governor Cuomo got a little too comfortable and the incident happened. There's a picture of him grabbing her by the cheek and kissing her on the cheek. And we have the photo of it. If Bubba gets to it there, you can see Governor grabbing her face and with his big cologne-laden kiss on her cheek, something Sherry said was not invited or welcomed. And she went and did a press tour. And let's just see what Sherry had to say for herself. This is her explaining what happened to her.
That's when the governor looked at me, approached me, took my hand, and pulled me to him. He leaned down over me and kissed my cheek. I was holding my small dog in my arms, and I thought he was going to pet my dog, but instead he wedged his face between the dog and mine and kissed me on the other cheek in what I felt was highly sexual manner. I wasn't expecting that at all. He said, "That's what Italians do, kiss both cheeks." I felt shocked and didn't understand what had just happened, but I knew I felt embarrassed and weird about his kissing me. I am Italian, and in my family, family members kiss. Strangers do not kiss, especially upon meeting someone for the first time. The governor's staff started to walk out of the house. Governor Cuomo lagged behind them. He stopped, he turned to me and said, "You are beautiful." That made me feel even more uncomfortable. I felt as though he was coming on to me in my own home. The governor and his staff proceeded to view the damages outside of the house. I purposely did not follow because I felt uncomfortable given what had just happened in my living room. I walked out the front door and stayed in the front of the house away from them. After seeing the damages, the governor then circled to the front of the house where I was standing. He then approached me. He took my hand and said, "Is there anything else you want?" I didn't know how to respond. He then leaned down on top of me, and while still holding one of my hands, he forcibly grabbed my face with his other big hand and kissed my cheek.
That's what Italians do. We kiss every time we see you.
What are the odds he also said, "I may be the governor of New York, but I want to be the mayor of Sherryville"?
Oh, I like that.
How to use that line? Maybe there wouldn't be the report. No, he just sounds like a human Pepe Le Pew, basically.
Is there anything else you want? Just eyeing his junk. Anything else you want me to do for you?
It's you who wants it.
Yeah.
She brought up the big hand again. So now Cuomo's lawyer Rita Glavin says basically this whole thing is ridiculous and pointed out that's just how Andrew operates.
He's just Pepe Le Pew, everybody.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. Saying, quote, as I have said before, the governor has greeted both men and women with hugs and kiss on the cheek, forehead, or hand for the past 40 years. So he's like a pervy priest providing comfort with the face grab kisses to people in their time in need. She even shared a link to other pictures from that day, the same day as the governor surveyed damage. And in those pictures were even more examples of blatant sexual harassment. Bubba, now is the time for those pictures. This is another lady where he's grabbing her face and kissing her on the cheek. No word if she's going to come forward and say that he sexually assaulted her.
As an awkward kiss.
Yeah, she looks kind of happy about it.
He's got her cupped behind the ears.
He's got the
hands
on her neck, after the kiss,
nothing you can do about it.
Controlling them. Yeah.
You gotta think. So he was essentially on a press tour, right? Because I guess there was flooding, and he was visiting individuals' homes to survey the flooding. Something politicians do. But
only the hot ones. Skip this one. Only the hot ones.
His staff is there, right? So you got to imagine the staff knows what the fuck's going on if he's lingering behind and hoping to get a hand job. What do you think? There's probably 12 people waiting out front. Where's Cuomo?
Anything else I can show you before I leave the house?
Exactly, right?
They'd probably take bets on. First bet is will she give him the hand job or hook up with him, and that's
they've
and then how long? Before. Yeah, then how long is it going to take is another bet.
They definitely have kissing bets for him over under on how many face grab kisses he's going to do.
He's the governor making a fucking house call. No one's moving without him. You know what I mean? And he feels comfortable enough to linger back and be like, "Yeah."
I will say the Italian defense is the best defense I've heard from him yet, though.
Yes.
Governor creepy over there. Yeah, but then she's like, I'm Italian. We don't.
I know
kiss
she got him.
strangers."
She got him back, but still, it's still his best defense.
You know why they call me Cuomo, no homo? Sorry, I'm just trying to get the lines together.
it's
trying to get in his mind.
Yeah,
Cuomo and Chet Hanks just dropping white boy summer videos all along.
I mean, it cut like. So that other woman, the other picture I showed, she was, an older woman, not like someone that you would think that Cuomo would go after sexually, but he did the exact same thing to her. So it's like, it's like the old joke is sexual harassment. Like when a hot guy hits on a girl in the office, they might not think it's sexual harassment. When the ugly guy hits on them, then it's a little bit different.
No,
like
I mean,
is it kind of like that? I don't know.
About the double cheek kissing, I was like, at first I was like, fuck you. Like, have you never seen The Godfather? But then when he turns around and says, "You're beautiful," coupled with double cheek kissing, like, yes.
Also with the, "Are you sure there's nothing else I could do before he leaves?" I mean, come on.
Sounds like she had him pegged from the beginning. Yeah, sounds like she had him pegged from the beginning.
What else could I do for you?
He just creeped on her the whole
unzip
time.
my pants, maybe.
Yeah.
And she's a pretty attractive lady. Yeah.
Now that we've kissed twice, we got to.
You.
What do you do after you kiss someone twice? We're at that stage of the relationship.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same story over and over with Cuomo. He's a handsy, aggressive Pepe Le Pew motherfucker, and it's just how he is. It seems like, and I mean, if these women are saying that they felt sexually assaulted by him,
right?
I mean, there's so many of them.
We're gonna get another story or two. Like, I wonder, like, if there's gonna be one that is more than just like handsy, like.
Right. Well, I think it's going to take something a little more severe than what he's been doing, which is not appropriate whatsoever. But I think it's going to take like a penis out, a hand in the vagina, underneath the clothing. Where there's one, there's many, Mark.
Yeah.
I mean, he forcibly
that
kissed one girl.
That domino hasn't fallen yet.
He did forcibly kiss that one chick. But
hey, I'm not excusing the scumbag. I think he's a piece of shit.
No, just everybody in politics seems to be.
Yeah. Yes, that's true. All right, we got one last one for you, and it's good news. It's good news, guys. Renowned Egyptologist Zahi Hawass says all the bad things that have been happening in Egypt recently, like the Suez Canal being blocked by the Ever Given ship for 6 days, and the fatal train crash that killed 18 people recently, and the string of archaeologists that have been dying at mummy burial sites are totally not related to the supposed curse of the pharaohs, quote unquote. So that's good.
Oh no! You're saying this all is the curse.
I mean, according to him, this world-renowned researcher seemed to have to make that clear for some reason. The swarms of locusts and the archaeologists disintegrating to ash are just because it's locust season, and he says that the archaeologists are just dying from the thousands and thousands of year-old germs on these sites where they are literally pulling mummies out of their graves and desecrating their graves. It's definitely not from the curse of the pharaohs. He wants to make that clear. That literally no one asked him about. He wants to tell you that, this world-renowned guy. I guess... Go ahead, Bubba.
I was going to say, that's what Passover is about.
Right.
You guys know that?
Yeah.
Passover is about the Jews escaping Egypt. And we at one point in time in the Passover Seder, we'll take our finger, we'll dip it in red wine 10 times and put it on our plate. And in that time, we recite the curses that were put on the Pharaoh and of Egypt when the Jews have left there. One of them is locust. One of them is blood of the firstborn, and so on from there. Where it's
ship of the Suez Canal.
But ship of the Suez Canal, boils.
Where does lamb's
little dicks
and this guy Elijah
somewhere? Oh, Elijah! I told you guys about Elijah. Elijah came and visited the home. We leave the door unlocked for Elijah to come step in, have dinner with the boys, and leave.
Is there lots of if you're not the firstborn, is there a lot of ripping the firstborn during Passover? Like, we better watch out, or you might end up dead.
Elijah's coming for you.
We actually made my 6-year-old little girl cousin, read the curse of the death of the firstborn, and she looked up and she said, "Is that going to be me?" And we said, yeah.
You're like, yep.
That's like
this holiday.
Santa Claus.
That's like a rite of passage for all the firstborns.
Yeah.
Is this? I'm guessing this is right after Moses part of the Red Sea. Bubba, you can give me a thumbs up when he came up with the curses.
Yeah. Well, no, before. So
Okay.
So we left Egypt. That's when the curses were coming on, and then Moses had part of the Red Sea for us to get through and go.
Get out of those
curses.
curses.
He
40
left
days,
the curses
40
behind.
nights.
Well, this Egyptologist guy is saying it's not from the curse of the pharaohs. I guess online people are mentioning it, that it probably because of Passover and stuff, but they're also mentioning that it politely is inscribed on King Tut's tomb that quote, "Death will come on quick wings for those who disturb the king's peace," unquote. And while the boy king's tomb was discovered back in 1922, I believe his entire collection of things they found was moved to a different museum, the Grand Egyptian Museum, this past year, and the tomb was just restored for the first time successfully. So again, the literal freak fires I haven't mentioned yet that are popping up in popular shop areas in the Zagazig area, and the bridge that collapsed in Mariota, along with the train crashes and the Suez Canal blockage, are not from the archaeologists digging up ancient king and queen mummies, and those guys and gals are just dying from germs on the sites that they're digging up, according to renowned Egyptologist Zahi Hawass. Nothing to worry about.
See, they've just cursed themselves.
There's a huge curse going on over
You got to be real mad if you're Egyptian right now.
It's clearly the curse of the pharaohs. No one,
you connect the dots, and I mean, it's obviously the curse.
Maybe stop digging up their fucking graves.
They're gonna have to start putting stuff back, and like you're not gonna remember what order you took it in. Like I doubt anyone took a picture of King Tut's tomb, but he's gonna want it in the,
Well,
this is like Daffy Duck Quackbusters. Same plot, and that's going to do it for Hard Factor. You guys got anything else before we roll off this show today?
Oh yeah, I do. Okay. If you want to hear the story about how Steven Seagal almost stole Wes's girlfriend, it's great. And but to do that, or if you want to see my baby mama's tits, you can inadvertently kind of coming into the frame. You can join our Patreon and check out the Heart of Hype Radio Hour, and you do that by going
that's
to
a lot. That's a lot of offer. Right?
That's a stacked episode, literally. Pun intended.
My bad, Pat. I talked over your URL, but that's a good offer. Patreon.com/Hard Factor.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wes
pop the clutch tier.
Wes told this like the full story, even more than I'd heard it ever. So it was a good one. Other than that, continue to interact with us online. We love talking with you guys in the Discord. We love commenting with you on Instagram and Twitter. We'll always answer your DMs. So please interact with us. Please share our stuff if you like it. And most importantly, have a great fucking day.